Hey guys, Grass Daddy here. Just a quick mention, if you like the shirt, you can buy one in the description. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. On Instagram, if you show off your pictures and use hashtag Grass Daddy, I love to share what you guys are showing. So back to the video. If you want to get better drainage in your soil, I mean, look at this. See how wet it is? I get a lot of moss problems. I put lime down fertilizer. The grass is growing pretty good, but I want to help alleviate the water issue. Now, if you just step right over here, much less of an issue because it's getting sun more of the time. So I'm going to be focusing my attention over here where it gets shade most of the day and it stays wet more throughout the day, especially right here. And then the kids are jumping and it's not good for the grass. So what I first did is I already mowed super short. Now, if you aren't used to mowing your lawn this short, you're gonna wanna do this when you know the weather's gonna be really cool for an extended period of time. So do it in the fall after the temps have dropped for a while. I know next week it's gonna be hot here, but my grass has been growing back here at between 1 and 2 inches all year round, so it's used to being cut this short. So I cut it short. Now I'm going to aerate it. Always remember, if you have irrigation, turn the sprinklers on, put those little flags that are probably in your garage or basement and you're wondering why you still have them. Put those flags where all the sprinkler heads are so you don't hit a sprinkler head, and then aerate. I got a whole video on how to do that. So I'll try to link to that in the description as well if you don't know how to aerate. It's really easy actually. And then we're gonna put sand down and spread it around and fill in the holes. All right guys, so it's gonna be a little bit noisy. My neighbor's mowing his lawn now. Hey, he's 90 something and he's still mowing the lawn himself, refuses help. It's pretty awesome if you ask me. So there's a few ways you can do this. Obviously I got the holes done all around. Messed up some spots, but I'll show you the first method. Right here, I'm gonna just pour the sand down, spread it around with the broom. It's the cheapest, easiest way you can do this. It's a little bit more manual labor, but hey, you can do it that way. Another way to spread it around, the Echo, you can replace this with a different auger and you can use that to spread it around. So then you're spreading the sand with that, and then the Swordman has this brush attachment, which I've never used before. I've been wanting to do this for a while. Look under here, boom! So that's like that broom on steroids. So I'll show you all the different ways you can do it just because you might have different tools, but then I'm not gonna not use the Swordman and the Echo spreader because not everybody has it, because I mean it's too cool and fun to not play with those. But let's go the normal, cheap, probably the way everybody will be going method. Unless you're a golf course attendant, then you got some really cool machinery that even I can't get access to. Now there's a jet going over. Aye. Let's spread some sand around. So far so good. It would help if I zoomed out or tilted it up a bit. But I'm working it into the holes. Now the type of sand I'm using today is play sand. Technically it's been rinsed washed, all that stuff. That's a bit overkill for what we're doing. But where I went to buy some sand, they had this kind, and then they had the type of sand which is for in between pavers that sets up like a rock, and you don't want that for this. So this was the best I could do. Again, if you buy it by the yard from a supplier, if you're doing a large area, you can get way cheaper and probably a better type of sand. But hey, I'm going with what I got available. The kids are throwing the grass plugs at each other. All right, so here you can see there's a plug there, plug there, plug there, plug there. It's completely full of sand. That's great. Water's gonna penetrate that better. What you don't want to do is you don't want to smother the grass, so you're gonna have to rake it in. That's why I suggest doing a little bit at a time. You can always add more, but unless you got the Swordman power room, it's a pain to have to rake up a huge amount. So make sure the grass blades are completely uncovered after. All right, let's try the Swordman out. Again, I've never done this, so I have no idea like what to expect. This, I'm hoping it's as fun as I'm expecting. Well, that's a bummer. I guess I get the wrong kind of sand, or it's too wet. Not sure which it is, but it says it's for using sand. I was all excited too. Oh well. All right, guys, here's the final result. It is looking pretty good. Nice and smooth. You can see all the grass is still there. Obviously you can see the sand there in the bare spots, but very nice and even. There's another yellow jacket coming at me. These guys are everywhere. And yeah. Now I can't stress this enough. You can do this with just the regular push broom. You don't have to use anything fancy. I used a Swordman because they sent me one and it came with that attachment. If I bought a Swordman, I'd definitely buy the attachment because it made it a lot easier and more fun. I would use it, you know, all sorts of reasons. But if you don't have one, you don't need to have that tool to be able to do this. Just get your push broom and go to town. There you go. Now the water will drain better in those areas, and hopefully it'll be visible enough in a couple weeks where I can show you guys the difference. Cool. Alright guys, so a lot of you guys point out when I don't show the after results of things. So today I'm showing you the after results of the sand. Now the sprinklers ran this morning, you can see it's all wet. Wet, wet, wet. But this is not soggy, which is good. Previously, this whole area, because you can see the line of the shade, it would just get super soggy and it was not good for the lawn. And so now you can see, but I gotta get the kids to stop leaving stuff so the grass can fill in. But you can see just how it's nice and dry. Over here, I didn't really put sand here. You can see it's still wet, but hey, you know what? The rest of the lawn looking good. If you have any tips for how to keep kids from leaving their toys all over the grass, that would probably have the most profound impact on the backyard. But I don't mind it. I want them to play and enjoy it. And that's why I use Kentucky bluegrass. It can fill in and heal itself. Not really heal itself, but it'll fill in bare spots. So I don't have to overseed every year. Pretty cool.
Alright, I appreciate you guys watching my videos. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. It's what makes this really enjoyable and fun, making all these videos. And be sure to check out the ones below. Have a great day. Bye.